butter. Or grease.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, you ready?
Sure.
Alright. Welcome to Two Sweet Lambruscos. Hey, man.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh, so good. How are you?
Good. Good. I can't find the remote to the light.
Thank God you illuminate from within.
Fuck off. So,
My little ball of sunshine.
I'm gonna tell you a story
What you looking for there? Okay.
about the worst. I was wondering where that went. Glad I found that instead of the remote.
Just pulled out a palm full of cash.
Yeah, I got things going on.
You got it? Okay, you're good.
So,
Your filing system is not unlike mine.
I don't even know. I haven't seen that money in like 3 weeks.
Were you worried about it?
No. I'm going to tell you the worst story that I've ever had to deal with pooping in public. Now,
Okay.
it's gross.
Shitty, you might say.
It's uncomfortable to me to talk about it.
To talk about
But
it?
it's so funny.
But you already went through it
I
talking
have to
about
power through it. But yeah, but the thing is
it. You gotta push through, dude.
the thing is like this story is like 90% true. A little bit of it's like, we caught a fish this big for effect.
Sure, you had a little
But
razzle dazzle.
it's not even the razzle dazzle. It doesn't even need it though. That's the problem.
You putting a bunch of sprinkles on your shit
I'm
Sunday?
putting like Labor Day workers at Home Depot at lunch on it. Like that's how it started. So when I was like 17, my dad and I went to Home Depot.
It was a very good year.
I don't know if 17 was a good year.
It was a very good... Okay, you went to Home Depot with your dad and hired day laborers. Got it?
Yeah, Home Depot.
Okay.
Sorry. The story takes a lot out of me. I'm just texting my priest real quick. So, so here's what happens. So we're at Home Depot, and as soon as we get there, I'm like, oh man, it just kind of hit me. I'm like, I gotta poop. And my dad's like, well, go.
Well, tickle fights with your dad will lead to poop.
The dad and the priest aren't the same person. So I was like, listen.
Not tummy sticks, tickle fights.
He like forking?
Yeah.
You know what that is?
Nope.
Okay. Go to your local church, they'll tell you.
Okay.
So,
Quit forking about on that. We're in the middle of something.
So we're at Home Depot.
Yeah.
And we have to get, what do you call it?
Lumber.
Wood. Yeah, to build the deck.
Sure.
My dad's just to build it by himself with a hammer. Like, he's a fucking G. So I'm like, Dad, I gotta go to the bathroom.
And he just breaks the boards. He didn't even need a saw.
So, we go, and I'm like, Dad, I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta go bad. He said, just go. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna go there. Well, we don't have Mexicans where I'm from. We have, like Portuguese people. I guess. I don't know. They're not Mexican. I'm like, all the brown people poop in there. So he was like, all right, well, what are you gonna do? Shit your pants? I'm like, I'm gonna run home and go to the bathroom. He was like, are you fucking kidding me?
How far away was home?
Like 10 minutes.
Run or drive?
No, take the truck.
Okay.
So I'm like, I'm just gonna go home. And he's like, whatever. So I go home. I have this catastrophic diarrhea.
Sure.
Like, it was just like, some of it got like on the floor.
The kind where you wish it maybe was in a public restroom?
No. I was still safe at home. So like, shit, it takes fucking everything out of me.
Yeah, you pass out. Yeah, got it. Stop.
Sorry, I guess, hold on. This dude's not fucking stopping.
So then stop.
So, anyway, we go. I go home. I shit everywhere. It got everywhere. It took me like 20 minutes to clean it up.
What do you mean it got everywhere?
It got everywhere because it came out before I got to the full sit.
Oh, no. Like burn your clothes bad?
You know, like burned the back of the toilet and like the wall. Some got like
you got the wall?
Like the sink.
You rooster-tailed it?
I did everything, yeah, dude.
Ew.
It was like my asshole like sneezed.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was terrible. And so I shit all, I cleaned it, did everything. And I'm like, whew, that took a lot. I took a shower. I just like went back to bed. I don't fuck it. I forgot that I left my dad at Home Depot. So my dad's calling me.
You lay down for a nice nap.
Yeah, my dad's calling me, but my phone was in the truck. So finally he gets a hold of my mother, and he's like, where the fuck is Rosie? And she was like, I don't know.
I had an exorcism
She's like, you're not
upstairs.
home? Your truck's, I just got home. Your truck's here. He's like, no, he went home to take a shit. I haven't seen him in 2 hours. And so my mom's like, oh no. She thought I was like, I don't know, I was dead in there or something. Like, how could I forget to pick my dad up? So she goes in the bathroom.
Dude.
It's sparkling clean.
Mm-hmm.
So she probably thinks I murdered somebody in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then she goes into my room. I'm just out like a baby that's sleeping. She's like, oh.
Yeah, like a sloth.
My dad's like, wake him fucking up! You know,
Yeah.
so he fucking, my mom goes and gets him in the truck and he comes back and he comes into my room and he fucking
Beats you with a 2x4.
He dropped them on the floor so they smacked together.
Yeah.
And he woke me up and I was like, what? He's like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh, fuck, yeah, sorry, Dad. I forgot that you were there.
I got tuckered out.
Yeah, he made me do a lot of work that day.
Well, as he should have.
Yeah.
You ditched him, dude.
I did.
You took such a big shit, you had to clean and go to bed. My buddy...
I did it everywhere.
Had a real close buddy that had some real early shifts, but he still wanted to go out at night. So we'd go out till like 2 or 3 in the morning. He'd pass out with a half-eaten Taco Bell burrito on his chest.
Yeah, I know that move.
In his like going out clothes.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, fuck. Because he's got to hit the road by 4:30 to get to work on time,
Sure.
right? So he's got like a good 45 minutes of drunken sleep in him. And he gets ready, lickety split, and he's got the kind of job where you're not allowed to be late. You know, like most jobs don't like it, but this one especially.
Is he the president or something?
No. And
you gonna tell me what it is?
Nope.
Why?
And doesn't matter.
It does.
Just he.
That's an important detail. Like, what kind of a job are you not ever allowed to do?
It was a job where you have to wear a uniform, and so that everything's got to be neat and tidy and on time.
Foot Locker?
That's it. He dressed like he was reffing a game from the 90s, an NBA game from the 90s. So.
Okay, so he's a manager at Foot Locker.
Yeah, right. So the parking garage is in the basement. We're on the second floor. The elevator's taking too long for him, so he legit jumps over the balcony into the planter on the first floor and decides to take the stairs down to the basement. When he lands in the planter...
Go down to his car?
Yeah, to go down to his car. So he like Spider-Mans himself over the railing, lands in the planters.
In the referee uniform?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. And goes, oh fuck. When he lands, I was like, did you hurt yourself? He's like, no, I got to shit so bad, dude, but there's no time. I was like,
okay, where the hell is this guy working where he's going to sacrifice shitting his pants?
Well, he had to get to work on time. From there, he could use the restroom. But priority, he knows his timeline is such with the drive.
Where do you work?
It doesn't matter. Long Beach. Okay? Long Beach.
Well,
so he's... Because it's not important to the story.
I need to know.
Okay.
You're going to make something up. You don't lie. No. So you went, I knew you were trying to think of a lie because you don't lie.
Yeah, because this isn't relevant to the story.
But please just tell me.
Anyway, punchline is he calls me at noon after I got to go back to sleep on his couch. I'm just fully rested. And he calls me and he's like, bro. I'm like, what? And he goes,
I got 5.
Remember how I had to shit? And I was like, yeah. I was like, of course. That was a very touching.
Right, that was the big
touch and go.
The big story. Yeah.
He goes, yeah. Well, I made it all the way to work.
To the Westminster Mall.
Right, and then he goes, I'm on the second floor, so I am halfway up the stairs, and there's a landing, and I realize at that moment things are gonna get real bad real quick. He goes, so then I turn, and I think it might help if I walk up the stairs backwards. So I'm slowly walking.
Interesting thinking.
Yeah, he's a thinker.
Yeah,
so
I guess
he's
so.
a problem,
he's a manager at Foot Locker.
He's a problem solver. So he's like, I'm walking halfway up the last set of steps backwards, slowly, gingerly, not trying to scare myself or make any kind of sudden movements. He goes, and I shit my pants.
Oh.
And I was like, in uniform? And he goes, yeah.
Oh, boy.
And I was like, so what did you do? He goes, well, I'll tell you what I did. Clocked in. Then I went into the restroom. I threw away my underwear.
Oh, good move.
Cleaned myself up a little bit. Yeah. And then I went and put in a day's work, a morning's work. He goes, I'll probably be home at 3 p.m. Anyway, want to go out again? I was like, you're crazy, dude.
Well, did he get, like, he works at Foot Locker. He probably could have got, like, new apparel.
They don't sell underwear where he works.
So he doesn't work at Foot Locker?
At that particular Foot Locker. Yeah.
Where do you work?
Just at a place, man. Why does it matter?
So, you know, in this day and age, there's a lot of weird shit going on in the world.
Yeah, I know you.
Right.
Yeah.
This is beyond that.
Okay.
So, you know how, like, people need to be held accountable?
I need to be held accountable.
Well,
I don't know about
like
anyone
people
else.
that like us, yeah, we do need to be held accountable, but other people need to be held more accountable, like priests. So
They should definitely have shot callers.
right. So here's what I was thinking: drive up confessions. Now,
Oh yeah,
what it is?
What a great idea, dude.
What it is?
Yeah, lay it out for me.
So you know how like if you tell your priest something, they're like legally allowed to not disclose that in open court.
Yeah,
That's the
priest,
thing.
therapist, it's
Right.
protected.
Anybody who can fuck a kid. So so it's going to be a ruse though. This is the brilliance of it. So these priests, these people inside these drive up, like like a donut drive up, as you go get your keys cut. It's going to be something like that.
Yeah,
And
like
these
like a little
people
drive-through.
Are going to go in there,
Like-
drive up.
Prison phone.
No, like a clown in the drive-through.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you're gonna speak it out loud of your window into.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like you get a little phone.
So that's the beauty of it.
Okay.
People will think like no one even think anything of it. They think it's a priest in there. He can't say anything, but it's not a priest. It's me. And these people are gonna tell me all these sick fucking things, and I'm gonna go tell the cops.
You're just gonna rat him out.
Yeah.
I think you'll go out of business.
No, because I'm
Like-
gonna wait.
There'll be like two guys sitting
I'm
next
gonna
to
wait.
each
I'm gonna
other.
build a case like the cops do.
Two guys sitting next to each other in the same cell, going like, "How'd you get popped?"
Well, yeah, they'll get popped then, but then they're already in jail. I'm gonna bring down the
You're
Catholic
like,
Church.
I haven't told anyone, man. I mean,
I'm gonna have a little-
Oh, I did by this coffee place. There was this new drive-through
I'm gonna
confession
have
booth.
I'm gonna have like an 8-year-old standing up front with like one of the those car wash signs or whatever, and that's gonna lure them in.
That's gonna lure them in. There's a very specific criminal you're after.
Yeah, pedophiles.
And yeah, good for you. But
Yeah. He's gonna be like eating an ice cream cone and like wearing
Jesus.
like a tank top.
no,
They'll be like, what's going on over there? Oh, how's that boy doing?
what, roller skates a
Don't
thing?
worry.
Roller
yeah.
skate rinks a
Shirt
thing?
tied
now?
off. Yeah.
Tied off shirt. You leave that poor kid alone.
Yeah, right. So I'm gonna be like, you know what I just did? I just stopped 15 guys from fucking you. And so they're gonna come up and they're gonna confess. Like, instead of fucking the kid, come talk to this priest. Come confess your sins. Get him all hot and bothered, and he'll go fuck the kid. That's gonna be their thinking. They're gonna live vicariously through the priest.
I don't like it. I liked the initial idea of a
But
drive-through
then you forgot
confessional.
who was.
But then who's behind the glass? Yeah.
Well, no. They're gonna. That's the trick. It's not gonna be a real priest. It's gonna be me. I'm gonna rat these people out. I'm doing God's work.
You're doing the Lord's work.
There's no weird shit happening to kids here. I'm saving the kids. And afterwards, you know how you
I don't think you need a prop.
like, dude, why aren't these priests getting arrested? Why aren't these people going to jail?
No, I don't think you need
a prop.
I don't need a
Oh,
prop.
I don't need the
The prop kid.
Well, no, it's gonna be like someone like Andy Milonakis who's like 30.
Oh, okay.
It's not gonna be a real little kid.
Okay, good.
Yeah. What am I, an animal?
No.
All right then. I gotta have fucking like I got a kid that lives here. He's like 28. Looks like he's fucking 11.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Have him out there with like whatever, like a shirt that says like "got cock" or something. Have you prayed today, son? Like that's what it'll say.
Oh, Jesus.
Then he'd be like, look, man, you gotta go exercise these demons. Go talk to that priest. He'll give you a donut after. But it'll be like a glory hole donut.
Oh, you just
Like
you gotta grab it off the rod.
Yeah.
Sir, that
Yeah.
donut stick you.
Yeah. So
Weird.
it'll be like, what do you call this? Like a maple bar.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you keep pulling on it, but it won't.
No. 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 No, come on, man. So that's one scenario.
How dare you U-turn
So
once we get in this cul-de-sac
So the
together.
other scenario
You
is
son of a
that
bitch.
the Catholic priests get together
Uh-huh.
and they like actually come up with this.
And then they
business
get on a
model.
cruise ship, and then the cruise ship's blown up.
So they have the thing,
Yeah.
the thing, because like, and they're like, "What's what we can do? Like this way, people can confess whenever they want.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're actually like they want to do right. They actually want to be decent priests. They're the ones that don't do that stuff.
They're like normies.
Yeah, they're like normie priests. Exactly.
They're legit called to the ministry. Gotcha.
Like anybody who's a priest that has not been a priest on this planet.
Which is probably like 95%, 98% of the priests, but man, those last 2%, they do get a lot of press.
There's a lot of priests in Boston that have done that.
Well, maybe there's...
You know what they do? They reassign them.
Yeah, they just keep floating them
They
around.
keep floating them around. So we're going to have these. That's what they're going to be. They're going to be like the floater things. But they'll be for the good priests.
Oh, you could call it Operation Butterfly Net to catch
Because like
the
the
floaters.
Cardinals, the Cardinals are just ignoring it, and they're like, all right, so the good priests are the ones that are getting shunned to these little things. Yeah. And so they all scheme together. Like, well, if we're not doing it, they're all the ones that are doing it. Let's go get them. Then they get the boy.
And then you got the great priest wars of 2052.
Drive-through
like vampires hunting through the street.
And like, dude, within a month, if somebody did that, you know that it would go sideways. You know it would. Because it's such a fucking like unfathomable idea in this country, where you can just go somewhere if you're feeling like you need to confess your sins. If you're like a Catholic and you've been doing like weird shit, and you're like cheating on your wife and like, you know, fucking other shit that Catholics do, like, you know, like jerking off on airplanes and like making pudding like you're not supposed to. And they do all this weird stuff. Like, why do they do that? You ever heard about that thing with priest and pudding?
I don't want to actually. But no, I haven't.
It's weird, dude, because then you think about, like, who else was fucking around with pudding?
Oh, Bill Cosby. Yep. But my grandma, too. She loves pudding.
Well, that's different. She's not a priestess. She's not
No, she's a sweet lady.
Yeah, my grandmother hated pudding.
Really?
Yeah, she liked...
Actually, mine preferred Jell-O more than pudding.
That's what I was going to say. She liked the shit with the Jell-O, but it was like a fruit ambrosia.
Yeah.
That's such an old person thing to eat.
Now, she would do it... She was a bit of a wild card. She'd do it without the whipped cream. She wouldn't put the whipped cream on top.
It's the best part. It's the only part I'd eat.
Yeah. She did ambrosia. And I want to say that maybe she put some like graham cracker crust down on the bottom.
Did your grandmother put a slice of cheddar cheese on her apple pie?
My uncle brought that into the household.
Is he from the East Coast?
No, but he. You know what? It's a damn good idea.
Have you ever had it?
Like Tillamook cheddar, like good cheddar on top of. But he would use American.
I can't do it. I love cheese. I love pie. It's just two things I don't see like. You
don't like them mixing?
I don't like that.
Well,
like
mix
some
and
people
match.
don't. Some people don't. What?
Mix and match.
Mix and match. Some people don't like the combination. You know, the salty and sweet.
And you know what I was doing? On our family vacation, we had these like grapes, these beautiful grapes that someone bought because it's like very agricultural where we were.
Yeah, you're up by San Ynez, right?
Yeah, north of there.
Yeah,
but a lot of agriculture. And this time, these grapes were beautiful, right?
Oh yeah, perfect.
And then my uncle had brought over like
you have the red ones or the
assortment.
Oh, okay.
But but my uncle had also came to visit, and he brought
cheese.
Their garden's huge. Like he has property, and so they had like tomatoes and squash and summer squash and like
that's the best.
Onions that they had grown and garlic.
And they were like this big.
Oh yeah,
squash,
unbelievable.
Yeah.
And so, but he had also brought like a huge 5-pound tub of like peanut brittle from See's Candy.
Oh my god, dude!
So here's what I was doing. I was taking.
You were eating the peanut butter pretzels and the fucking.
Well, you know I love a peanut butter pretzel. I had to buy a new one for the house.
When you eat the peanut butter, you gotta dig in your teeth like
a
nail file.
But here's what I was doing. I'd take a little piece of peanut brittle and I would sandwich it between two of those grapes. And so I had like myself a sweet little deconstructed PB&J sandwich.
Only person who went to culinary school think to do that.
Bro, I'm telling you, it was so fucking good. It was like this. Hey, nature, good job with the sugar content on those grapes.
Right.
I got it from here.
So my dad, this is so funny that we're talking about this because I was thinking the other day of like the food that I can't get out here that I love back east. So there's a company called Drake's. They make like coffee cakes and they make.
I've seen Drake's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, they're the fucking best. It's crumbly, it's moist, it's delicious. And I was watching Seinfeld the other day, and there was the episode where Jerry was flirting with his neighbor, and just her husband went or her boyfriend went into a coma, and Elaine had to fast, and he had the Drake's coffee cake, and I was like, oh man, I'm like, I can't walk to the store and get that right now. That fucking sucks. So I was thinking about other stuff that I can't get out here that I love.
Right.
Nantucket Nectars, one of the best drinks ever.
We used to get those out here.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe from a Vaughn's or a Food for Less or something. But we used to have those in our house, and they were good, by the way.
Very good.
I liked them.
Very good. So there's this other
Snapple had a lot of play back in that same time period in our family.
That's the thing.
But that was fancy, and then you go through them real fast.
Well, no, the thing with Snapple was like we had people in Boston and like that area. They're very proud. You know, like we'll give you 6 Snapples for $5, or you can buy these 2 Nantucket Nectars for $12. And it's just about like, you know, what's that word I'm looking for? Status. You know?
Yeah.
And so I was like, fuck. I'm like, I would love nothing more right now than to have a bag of like Cape Cod potato chips, a Nantucket Nectar, and a fucking Funny Bone, which is like a chocolate
what is that?
cake with peanut butter fudge in it.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So I call my mom, and we
Mom,
also have
send me a care package.
we also have this stuff called marshmallow fluff. And it's like, you know that marshmallow, like that jet whip shit out here?
Yeah, I don't
it's
like
that, but it's
Miracle
way
Whip?
better. No, Miracle Jet Puff. It's like the marshmallow like spread.
I run hard and fast away from any marshmallow.
I guarantee you, dude, if you took a bite of the Fluffin' Nutter and didn't like it, I'd be convinced. But dude, that's like the national sandwich in Massachusetts, the Fluffin' Nutter. It's fluff and peanut butter, and it's so good,
bro.
So I called my little weird. Yeah, we'll weird.
What do you put that on bread?
Yeah, we're fucking pilgrims, dude.
What do you put it on, donuts?
No.
Or peanut butter?
No. I never had Nutella until I moved out here.
You talking like wheat bread with marshmallow and peanut butter?
Yeah.
Ew. That's fucking gross. Sorry, man.
Don't apologize to me. You're not hurting my feelings.
And it's called a fluffernutter. You say that to another grown human when you order it? I'd like a fluffernutter.
No, I make it myself. I have one of my sisters make it.
Okay.
So there's this other stuff back there called brown bread. Yeah, it comes in a can. Yeah.
Why is bread in a can?
Well, because, like I said, we're pilgrims. We got colonized by the English. And they have a food called spotted dick, which is like like it's like a cake with raisins in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
You know, you have that in your mind when you're eating it. I'm thinking like I'm eating like a 70-year-old penis with like liver spots on it.
Ew. British food is very much like we're a seafaring culture. It's very overcast and rainy. We just need to like have food to live.
So I call my mom and I'm like, Mom, is there any way that when you come out here you could bring some of this stuff with you? And she's like, what do you want me to do? Bring a fucking clam bake on the fucking plane? I'm like, no, like a box of ring dings and some fucking chips. And she's like, what? You can't get them out there? I'm like, I'm sure I could.
Yeah, Amazon or something.
Yeah, and she's just like, I'm like, you want that fucking Louis Vuitton bag for your fucking birthday?
Oh, now you're bartering.
I am. No, I'm making demands.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Firm.
Yeah, I mean, you raised me. You put up with me when I was drunk. I just want some fucking funny bones.
Poly firm, but fair.
Poly firm, but fair. And I could not get past, like, I was just thinking about it. And fucking Dulcie, fucking Jen, fucking found some.
Where?
Online. She went to the Drake's fucking website.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, and she also ordered like a pack of one of each of like the coffee cake, the ho-hos, ding dongs.
She also got you those New Balance you're wearing, right?
Sure did.
Pretty sick.
And very hipstery. And so she and she didn't tell me about it. She wanted it to be a surprise, but something was going on with her phone, so I was looking at it, and like the email popped up. But like she doesn't know I saw it. I didn't tell her I saw it, so I didn't want to ruin it for her.
No.
Yeah.
That's sweet of her. Suspicious of you, but sweet of her.
She handed me her phone.
Okay.
You know what she does when she takes my phone? She takes it and she just goes like this, honey, and I turn and she goes like that and unlocks it. Goes through it.
And then she goes to the bathroom and locks herself in. And
she goes through it.
Good for her.
Yep. That's what she does.
Good for her.
So, there's another thing I wanted to bring up. So the last time we hung out, we went up to Rialto.
Yeah,
and
you sure did. Thank you, by the way.
Yeah, you got yourself a car.
Yeah.
And then I got you in with my mechanic.
Yeah, great dude.
Everything's good with the Prius. So why don't you tell our listeners what that transition was like for you, going from a fucking Tahoe to a little bitty Prius.
Man, I'm so excited.
I'm excited for you.
Yeah, did a lot of research on hybrids specifically because it's hard for me to plug in where I live, so I can't do like the plug-in deal. Or it's just annoying to do that. And then most of the plug-ins only get about 30 miles of pure electric anyway, so I went hybrid.
Yeah.
Prius has been in the game longest, and so I was doing research on that for a couple months. So, punchline, right? My miles per gallon on the Tahoe is about 15, and now I'm at 45 to 50 with the Prius. And I was also, one of the reasons I got the Tahoe is I like to go surfing or, maybe camping. When I camp, I want to sleep in the back of the Tahoe.
Sure.
Which I'm not short, and so there was plenty of room to do that. I had this, like, inflatable mattress that I would plug into the cigarette lighter, and it was great. Turns out you can do that in a Prius.
Yeah.
I started seeing all these videos.
Yep.
This one guy's like, I'm 6'5". Well, him and his wife had toured the country during the pandemic in their Prius.
Yeah,
and he's 6'5", And the other cool thing is that it works like a world-class generator. So if you want to like leave the air conditioning on overnight, it keeps your car at the same temperature.
Yeah.
And then if it needs to recharge the battery, the gas engine kicks on for like a minute, and then you're charged up again. And it uses like a quarter tank of gas throughout the night. So
yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
It's great. And
you've owned one before, and you were gracious enough with your day to. You're very busy right now, and you kindly went with me all the way out to Rialto.
It was lovely. It was a lovely day. I had a lot of fun.
There was a bit of sketch moments.
It got hairy for a second,
yeah.
But I was like, I'm fine. I'm the white guy in the Prius. No one's gonna fuck with me.
Yeah.
You know, like look at him. He probably fucking is vegan and pets goats.
Yeah.
You don't want to fuck with him.
Well, he does yoga with them at least.
I would like to.
Yeah.
I got to edit that out.
Yep. Nope. Yeah. So I love it, and it's a great vehicle. So normally I would do about $50 of gas every week, maybe week and a half.
Yeah.
On the Tahoe, because I don't drive that much really with the Tahoe, and I've driven all over God's green earth in the last week.
Right.
And I just put $50 in, which topped it off.
And that's gonna last you forever.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
Yeah, dude. I mean, so like I was trying to do the math on how far we'd put. Probably 250 miles. The tank was about 3/4 full.
Yeah.
No, just total. Since I've had it. And here's the other thing, dude. Now that I have this vehicle, it's really good on gas, which it increases my circumference.
Right. So you're thinking of other shit to do.
Yeah. I can go surfing with my buddy in South County and not worry so much about how much it's going to cost or whatever.
Right.
Well, here's the other thing,
golfing
dude.
and like fucking.
My dad very generously had gifted me a mountain
Bernardino.
bike. Yeah, he gave me his mountain bike that he just doesn't use.
The one that motherfucked me at your house?
I don't know if it was that one. Maybe.
That was fucked up.
No. That one's hanging on the wall.
Yeah.
No, that's my road bike.
Fucking got a mouthful of tire.
No. This one is a mountain bike. I keep it outside. But I've been riding that more around town than driving. So my like green footprint went from a toddler to a jolly green, which I don't really
carbon friendly.
I just really all I care about is saving gas money.
You don't care about the ecological part? You don't care about that stuff?
Of course I do. On a micro level, I do my best, but on a macro level, I could eat nothing but beans and chain smoke cigarettes and fart for the rest of my life, and that's all I did.
You're not going to do that.
And if I did all that...
But you won't. That's a bad excuse.
That carbon footprint would be minuscule compared to one bag of almonds, for example, that's processed. Or one cow that we deliciously make cheese and eat from.
Well, I think that, if you're going to eat beans and fat all day, that's an unrealistic situation.
I think I'd have to go to the doctor.
I think you'd have to, call...
I'd look like...
Johns Hopkins.
I'd look like Christian Bale in... The Machinist.
He's such a good actor.
Fart myself into skeleton's shape.
I farted myself into trouble before. I farted myself into really bad trouble.
What age were you when you had to start like thinking first? If I fart right now, is this gonna be? Is this gonna be a day ender? Is this gonna be a pants shitter? Or is this just gonna be pure air?
I didn't start taking my fart seriously until I was 30.
About 30? Yeah, same.
Yeah. Well, there was a time I
was still drinking then, and that was a risky business.
I was at a meeting, not an AA meeting. This is when I was younger. I was at a meeting at work. This is when I was working for the city of Syracuse. And as you know, I that job was a bit of a joke to me.
You loved it.
Yeah, I did. The HR lady was fucking fantastic. So anytime I get sent down there, she was just like,
which was weekly, I'm sure. Yeah.
And they go, "Why isn't he getting fired?" And everyone thought I was fucking the HR lady.
Which you were.
No, I wasn't.
Which is very non-HR friendly.
I know. If she was 10 years younger, I probably would have, just based on her personality alone. But this wasn't in the cards. Okay. This wasn't something that I was like, I'll risk my job getting drunk and making fun of Manoli and all that other shit, but I'm not gonna fuck the HR lady.
You got lying. You're.
Yeah. And she was married. She had kids.
Fuck that.
She was a fucking nice lady.
Yeah, you're not doing that.
Yeah. So I was in this meeting. And it was such a long meeting. I was just sitting here, the only person unengaged, not taking notes. I'm just like this.
I hate meetings where people just need to hear themselves talk, dude.
And so eventually, it got to the point where I was supposed to say something, because everybody's supposed to, I was like the last one to go. I didn't know what the fuck we were talking. I assumed it was about like city business. And
it was about those bastards over in.
And I just did a fucking like phenomenal thought.
You ripped a fart
like,
as what your last.
So like, what do you think, Rosie? And I just was kind of like set up, and I was like, I looked over at this dude I was friends with, and he was kind of like, "What are you gonna say, dude? I just fucking did a fart."
And you ripped a fart.
Yeah, a real loud one. And I was like, "Well, you guys got fucking Dano's for lunch." It's this pizza joint. On Friday they get it. It's so greasy. And
that's how they get people in on Friday.
Yeah. And I did it, and my boss was like, "What the fuck?" And I was just
You're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I was like, "Why are you swearing?"
Yeah, jeez, take
he was
it
like,
easy.
"Why are you fighting?"
And then you go to HR and complain.
And I was like, "All right, now I'll go talk to Denise."
Yeah.
And I got written up for that. He told on me, and so I had to go down to
Jesus,
HR.
Dude.
And she was like, "This might be the funniest thing you've done." She's like, "Did you do it like?" Did you interrupt somebody with the fart, or did you like?
I waited my pee
or did you like lead your talk in with the fart? And I was like, that one.
Yeah.
But I didn't get to talk, and she was like, "God, what a gem!" And she was just like laughing about it.
Yeah, you know, a well placed fart is like a salve for many wounds.
And the funniest thing about it too was like it was something that like everybody kind of like expected me to do. But not actually do it, like something like that.
Oh, and you went there.
Oh, yeah, I went there. I didn't mean to fight.
You're like, "Where's the line?" And then you grab your pole vault and you're like, incoming.
Because I was so relaxed.
So it was a lazy, relaxed fart.
I was just like, brum, brum. It was really loud.
When I was like, in my office days, I was drinking every night extensively. And
like a goddamn savage?
Yeah, like turns out an alcoholic. And so I'd leave for work at about 5:45.
Okay.
So I'm up till 2, last call, and I'm a little worried about, like making it to work on time by the time I wake up. But I'm still somewhat on time.
Yep.
And I'm fully dressed, showered, everything, brushing my teeth.
Right.
And I go to sneak out a fart, and guess what? Not just a fart.
Sharded.
Oh yeah, sharded.
Oh yeah.
And the back of my right leg got warm, and so I just immediately stepped into the bathtub.
Yep.
Disrobed. Cleaned up, put on fresh clothes, went to work, and as I'm driving to work, I sent a text message to my roommate being like, "Sorry."
That's the worst text message you get.
I didn't have time to like deal with that.
Right.
Please.
Right.
Please don't use that bathroom.
Oh, and it was just a fucking crime scene.
Yeah, and that's also like where the sun would hit that part of the house, and so I felt bad for her. She was real nice.
Oh, it was a girl.
Yeah.
Oh, you asshole.
It was a dick move.
That's really bad.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
It was not my proudest moment, dude. And
no, I'm sorry that I'm like kind of rubbing salt on you.
No, she and I made amends to her.
Did
she accepted
let
that.
her shit on you?
In my mouth.
Shizer. Ooh.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah, we had to.
Yeah, we had to do the Scheiße.
We had to do the Scheiße on the mouth. She got the flecks of Scheiße on my Schnurrbart.
She got like the Flittler.
Shittler.
The Hitler poop. Shittler.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know how this is going to turn out. Everything seemed to work fine.
Oh, how many
we talked
times?
about priests and poops and Priuses. That's going to be the name of the episode.
And friendship.
And friendship. So I'm glad we got to do this. I want to do kind of like a dry run of this, see how it worked. Obviously, we're in the headphones, going to do the introductions.
And you got a new computer?
That's what I'm saying. There it is.
And there's the
Never
booking.
a bad time for a thought. Billy Long Loins, Paulie Firm. Thanks for listening, motherfuckers. Ooh.
Yep. It's a little humid in here.
That one was chilly.
I'm going to go choose the air that I breathe. I'll be right back. Give it a couple of these.